Yeah.
I needed my glasses.
And I will call the Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting to order. It is May 7th, 2026. It is 6:11 p.m. We do have a quorum. If everyone would please rise for the prayer and the pledge.
Let us pray. Our Heavenly Father, we come before you on an incredible, beautiful day in your world. Lord, we'd ask tonight that you bless the Garland Russell family. Garland was a longtime employee of the city. He's passed away. Lord, we'd ask that you help us as a board to make the best decisions possible for this city and its citizens. Lord, we will ask these things through your Son's name, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item we have is to approve the minutes from the April 2nd, 2026 workshop, the April 7th, 2026 public hearing and regular meeting, the April 9th, 2026 budget workshop, and the April 13th, 2026 budget workshop. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. And then, is Raina here? Hello, dear.
Hi, nice to meet you.
And if I can get Commissioner Laura Davidson to join me. This is a proclamation from the City of Laverne recognizing May as Jewish American Heritage Month, whereas Jewish Americans have made enduring contributions to the cultural, economic, civil, and spiritual fabric of the United States since the nation's earliest days, and whereas Jewish Americans have played a vital role in shaping our nation's history through leadership and service in government, business, education, science, the arts, and community life, and whereas Jewish American Heritage Month provides an opportunity to recognize and celebrate the achievements, resilience, and diverse experiences of Jewish Americans throughout our history, and whereas it is important to honor the values of religious freedom, inclusion, and mutual respect that strengthen our communities and uphold the principles upon which our nation was founded, whereas recognizing Jewish American Heritage Month encourages all residents to learn more about the rich heritage and lasting contribution of Jewish Americans. Now, therefore, I, Jason Cole, do hereby proclaim the month of May as Jewish American Heritage Month and encourage all residents to join in celebrating the many contributions of Jewish Americans in our community and nation. Thank you so much. And moving on to the public comment period, we do have one person signed up for public comment, and that's Michelle Edwards. Okay. Now we have the departmental reports. Chief Mays.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman, you have a report before you. Yeah, thanks, Captain. Usually I don't need a microphone. I'm kind of loud.
At least you got your glasses.
Yeah, I do. I can see now. Yeah. Couple of things of note. Motor vehicle theft is up 71.4%. I'm not happy with this, despite our ongoing efforts to increase our traffic activity, which is on one of the latter pages that shows that our traffic stops are up 37.6%. We still struggle with the motor vehicle theft, so I will be meeting with my executive command to see what we can do to address this issue moving forward. Assaults, including domestics, they're up 37%, but there's really nothing that we can do from a patrol strategy standpoint to address those issues. Thefts are up considerably as well, but we do have good numbers across the board in the other categories on the report. So calls for service are down, arrests are up, and our DUI arrests are down a little bit from last year, but I do believe that's because one of our third shift officers is still out on medical leave, and she is one of our rock stars when it comes to OWI enforcement. So we're looking forward to her hopefully coming back. Our drug unit continues to make strides in their area, and our patrol has increased the number of drug arrests that we've been making. So stolen vehicles are down. Crashes are up a little bit, but the injury crashes, which are the ones we're most concerned about, are down considerably too. So do you have any questions about the report?
Chief, with the motor vehicle thefts, is there any pattern as far as location, or are they unlocked vehicles, that sort of thing?
That's one of the things that we have to dive into. I'll be having Easton, our crime intelligence analyst, look into that and try to tell us, time of day, day of week, locations, that kind of thing, and what it is. A lot of times when it comes down to the thefts, those are because people leave their cars unlocked, and it's a crime of opportunity. There are some Ring camera videos that have been disseminated in the recent past that show people just trying some of the doors on vehicles, and when they hit a vehicle that's open, they go in and take what they want. So it's more about being diligent and securing your property. So.
Any other questions?
How's your motorcycles doing, Chief?
Good. So we just had two of our officers, one sergeant, one officer, go to motorcycle instructor certification school. So they actually can now instruct our people to become motor officers. We have two Harley-Davidson motorcycles that when I got here were in the back barn, and we dusted them off and we got them out there. Not going to lie, they've been through a lot, having some people train on them and learn how to maneuver those vehicles. But we'll see what we can do about that in the next year's budget. So, but it's going well. The public seems to like it, and we like the maneuverability that it provides us, and just the additional traffic enforcement.
Any other questions? Thank you.
All right. Before I finish, I do just want to mention. Two things that I forgot about. During this period, we did 3 community events: the Touch a Truck event, the Hometown Heroes Walk down in Murfreesboro, and the Pinwheel Garden Ceremony. So we continue to be focused on our community engagement in those areas. But I also want to give a shout-out to David McGowan and to his group, because over the course of the last month, we've had some challenges with our building, some things that were unforeseen. And we've had to call on him and his crew to help us out, and they have done a phenomenal job, not only taking on the projects that we're currently doing with the renovations here at City Hall for additional police space, but also some of the damages that were caused by the rain and everything else. So I wanted to publicly commend him and his crew because we really appreciate it.
Tiger.
That reminds me, Chief, how is the dispatch renovation going?
It's going well. There's a little bit of a delay. It's going to be maybe a 1 or 2 week delay on that because of the radio. People can't get in and actually install the radios, but the desks are in there and IT is in there. They're working hard on that. So Glenn, thank you to your people as well. But it's coming along. But the only delay is going to be because of the outside vendor that has to come in and set it up. But it's looking good. I'm excited to see it completed.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
Moving on to the fire department. Deputy Chief Nick Matthews.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen. In front of you, you'll have our run totals for the month of April. We had a pretty good uptick on structure fires. It doesn't seem like it by the number, but they were good fires. Thank you, Alderman Haas, for coming out on all those.
You're welcome.
I noticed this was the second highest run count we've ever had. I went back to 2014 actually, and this was the highest one we had, other than one last year. It was just a little bit higher.
A lot of medical calls.
Yeah, we keep creeping up there. It's necessary though.
Oh yes. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to say that I was out at the fire that y'all worked over here by Kroger, the apartment complex.
Oh, yes.
And so that was a feat. I saw Chief up on the roof with an axe.
Probably.
Amazing work by the whole group.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Andrew?
No comment.
no comment from HR. Got it. Does anyone have any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on to Parks and Recreation, Mr. David McGowan.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Board, thank you. You guys have the parks numbers for the month. 91 help desk tickets, 673 man-hours devoted to those. You see our past events. April 25th was our block party touch-a-truck event. Upcoming events, May 15th, the carnival is coming back. It will actually be here from the 15th through the 24th. It will be operating on the 15th, the 16th, and the 17th, the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Armbands, $25. Those are good Thursday and Friday from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Saturday and Sunday, they are either good from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., not both time slots, one or the other. May 29th, that'll be our big wave. This will be our second time doing that. We're teaming up with the Vergne Fire Department. It's kind of like a water event for our community. Kids come out. Upcoming events, May 18th, Park and Rec Advisory Committee here in the boardroom at 5 p.m. Any questions?
David, can you talk about the passport?
Passport is up and going. It's the 250th anniversary birthday of the United States. Laverne is issued in there. If you can pick that up, I think at the library and at our new Public Works facility, it gives you an outline of all the events taking place in the county. We are having a color walk, fun run type deal on June the 13th, 9 a.m. That will start at our new Public Works facility and go down the Greenway. At the 1.776 mile marker, there will be a photo op and then turn around, and a photo op will end at the new building as well.
And there's stamps for each event.
There are stamps for each event. We have commemorative coins that have been, one side was designed in-house. A couple of ideas from our staff members. One had an idea, rough drawing. Bobby Thompson, y'all know he's pretty good at his artistic work. So he finished that up. I think Donna and maybe Curtis put it into Canva, if I'm correct there. She drew it. There you go. So, we're excited about that. So we encourage everyone to come out and take advantage of that event.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, David. Moving on to the library, Miss Donna Bebout.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Aldermen, good evening. Would like to first tell you that we had a special guest that was going to be bringing me in tonight, but he got very nervous when he saw the amount of people and the amount of business that was going on, so he asked me if he could just wait until next month. So, special guest will be on the way. I do want to introduce him in just a few moments, though. You have our report, and if I can get back to it. There it is. There's our numbers for the month. I love that our patrons added has doubled. Last month we were in the 40s, and this month we went up to 83. So that's very exciting. Our April recap, we had Murfreesboro Little Theater come, and they did How I Became a Pirate. We had over 100 in attendance, so they had such a good time. The kids, by the end of the production, were singing along, so it was a fun time. We are having so much fun going to Hickory Woods, to the bridge. We're reading to the residents. Reading to the ones there is so enlightening. They make you feel really good. I've read once, Tammy has read twice, and they tell us what good readers we are. And, it really builds you up. So it's fun. We enjoy that. We're doing that twice a month. Now, let the summer decorating begin. We've got some pictures up there of the library, of course. Our summer reading theme is Unearth a Story, and it's all centered around dinosaurs. And so I want to read just a little bit about who my guest was going to be and will be next month. It's Dewey the dinosaur, and he is so excited about our 2026 summer reading program. We're going to have a kickoff on Saturday, May 30th from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. All ages can register to receive a book bag and a reading log to start their summer reading journey. Summer reading does begin on that Saturday and will continue until Saturday the 18th. If you cannot make the kickoff, no worries. You can sign up anytime between those 7 weeks. The summer will be filled with magicians, super science, crafts, Chief Mays, a dinosaur dance, too many things to name. And I'd like to let you all know we really appreciate Panda Express. The Laverne Panda Express is sponsoring Panda Read With Me, and they are donating 300 bookmarks to the library to be given out, and we will be starting to give those out on kickoff. On the back of that bookmark, there's a place that you can write the titles of 5 books that you've read. Once you read those 5 books, bring the bookmark back to the library, and then you will receive a coupon for a free kids meal. We thought that was pretty nice. They donated 300 free kids meals. Now, the best part of summer reading is what?
Reading,
yeah. So Dewey wanted me to let you know that you could read all about Dewey's dinosaur friends by checking out books from the library, and you will find the dinosaur books in the nonfiction section by looking for the Dewey decimal call number 567.9. Now, Dewey did want to end with just a couple of jokes. Do we have enough time for that, Mayor?
absolutely.
Okay. What does a dinosaur call a porcupine? A toothbrush.
Aww.
Oh, this one kind of will make you sad. What is a dinosaur's least favorite reindeer?
Comet.
Comet.
Ba-dum-bum.
Just one more. What do you call a one-eyed dinosaur?
What?
It's a, do you think you saw us?
Oh.
Do you think he saw us?
Okay. Any questions tonight?
Where did you find these jokes?
Oh, I have a special joke book. You can find those in the 300s.
Are we having a library board meeting this month?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, talking about important stuff. Yes, that was at the top of my report on here, and I forgot. Yes, we will be having a library board meeting on Monday, May the 11th at 5 p.m. here in the boardroom.
That's open to the public if anyone wants to attend.
Yes, would love to have you.
Thank you, Ms. Donna.
Thank you.
Now to follow that up, Ms. Danielle with Finance.
So I have asked Wyatt to do it for me tonight for that very reason.
Wyatt.
Good afternoon, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Board of Aldermen. As you can see in your packet,
Fix his mic, Conrad, please.
As you can see in your packet, the ending bank balances for the month of May totaled $111 million, with the Gen Fund having 28.6 and Water and Sewer having 19.7. And the budget ordinance is included later in the packet, and please feel free to contact Bruce or Danielle about that. And are there any questions?
You don't want to take us line item by line item through the budget?
I could. Are you sure you want that?
Possibly. I think our legal attorney is saying no back there.
Please.
Any
Very
questions?
good, sir.
Thank you.
Good job.
Good job. Thank you.
Thank you.
And last but not least, our water treatment plant, Mr. Danny Campbell.
I've actually asked Wyatt to do it. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Board. I hope you've had an opportunity to review our monthly report for the month of April. One thing I would like to mention is a thank you to NES for their assistance during the inclement weather events that we had. Power was lost at the water treatment plant, and one of our power poles actually caught fire down by the water intake building thanks to an osprey that had built a nest on top of it. So burnt the top of the pole, it kind of toppled over, power went out, actually lost power to the neighborhood around the water treatment plant. Between 11 o'clock at night and 6 in the morning, they had taken off the top of that pole, redug a pole and reset a pole, and then reran the lines and got power back up to the plant and everything like that. It happened again 2 weeks later. Same bird, different nest because the other one caught on fire. And on the 28th and then on the 30th of the month, they actually came out, set 2 new poles, one fake pole that was higher up, higher elevation, and set up so that the nest could, or the osprey could build its nest on that, which it has taken to. So there is a nest on the dummy pole, so that we're happy about that. But their response was quick. Usually you don't want phone calls like that, and when the area is dealing with 40,000 people out of service, they did make the Laverne Water Treatment Plant a priority, and we appreciate that very much.
Good to hear.
Any questions?
Can you take us through the customer service issues?
What? There are 4 customer complaints this month. One was for a grinder pump issue that we did turn over to city personnel. They did handle that result or that issue. The other 3 are low pressure events. 2 of those actually had a pressure of 100 psi at their location. So and the third was an individual not being able to shower and use their toilet at the same time, which is an internal issue. So we pointed them to a plumber. Should have pointed them to Vice Mayor. I need your card. That's what I need. I need your card.
Good.
And to look at their PRV or pressure regulating valves.
If anyone has any issues or concerns, where do they call?
They can call the water treatment plant at 615-793-6536 and choose option 2. And that will get to an operator that will be able to assist you.
Anyone have any questions? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on to old business, second reading, ordinance 2026-06, an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for tax map 28, parcels 2 and 1.01, property consisting of approximately 13.17 acres, property located on Sanford Road, current zoning A, agricultural zoning, proposed zoning is a PDR R3, which is a planned density residential with a high density R3 base zoning district. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on February 24th, 2026. A public hearing was held on April 7th, 2026, and we did have a public hearing earlier tonight. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Make motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Alderman Coates. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderwoman Haas.
For discussion.
Well, that's one thing I want to open up. I think we have a representative from the group here. If you could come forward and state your name and address for the record.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, Alderman Mark Hansen, KMC Land, 4652 Arrington, Tennessee. I'm representing the development group here. Humbled and honored to do a community in your community. We believe all the back and forth through the 10-plus hearings with the workshops, planning commission hearings, the board hearings, that we've made so many adjustments and we've arrived at a nice boutique community that's going to leave improve the drainage situation on the existing residents to the south, improve the circulation in the community, and we think will be a net benefit to the community. And happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Vice Mayor?
I didn't really have any questions. I was going to see if we could enlighten the two ladies that was here, just give them a little more info about the, and I want to thank Sarah. Sarah's been following this from day one, so I was hoping the neighbors will talk to her. One of the things that the ladies talked about, and then I think Sarah clarified it, that they said there was no rezoning signs put out there. According to her, there was.
And they're in your packet as well.
I just wanted to clarify that. And then one of them had concerns about maybe some blasting later on.
Yeah, that's right, and we're happy to reach out to them. We don't know if we're going to be doing blasting yet. We still have to get through the preliminary plat and our CDs, but if we do, we'll do blasting surveys, and that involves community outreach and make sure it's done right.
And when you all do that, do you send out letters to local residents or anything, or how do they know?
The blasting subcontractor, they do the blasting surveys, which involves letters, reaching out to all residents that could be impacted by that.
And it kind of varies depending on the group. I know, like with Woodland Hills Phase 8, they had, for some of the homes directly adjacent to the development, they actually sent out a insurance inspector to look at the property.
Yeah, and from everything that I've personally heard, especially again from Sarah, your group has been extra good about staying in communications with the people out there and getting involved, and even offered them a cookout. How did we get in on that? But yeah, I hope when that time comes that you will again put that out there. You know.
Absolutely. We want to do it right, and this is just the first step in a long process. We're just clearing zoning, the PDR tonight. We still need to work with you and your staff on the preliminary plat and the construction documents, probably over a year for all of that, where we design the sewer water drainage, do the traffic study, and so forth. So.
And just looking through some of the residential development standards with this PDR, which a PDR is its own in and of itself. And this is for the public. It's a zone in and of itself that if there's going to be any substantial changes to the plan, it's got to come back through the rezoning process. It's not something where they can make a change, switch things out. It's got to come back through the whole process of Planning Commission and the Board of Mayor and Aldermen. But there's 62 new homes, single-family homes, with at least 3 bedrooms per house. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then one of the things that was requested in the PDR by Planning Commission was no parking in the yards, no parking on the streets.
Correct.
And then this is going to be an HOA development.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That was my next question.
And then, Gary, can you come forward for just a moment?
Yes, sir.
We did reserve rights for off-site improvements.
Very specifically and in writing, yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone have any other questions? Seeing none, we have a motion to approve in a second. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. That motion passes. Second reading, ordinance 2026-07, an ordinance to amend the City of Laverne zoning ordinance by changing the official zoning map for tax map 32, parcels 3, 3.03, 3.04, 3.05, and tax map 29, parcels 36, 37, 41.01, 41.02. Property consists of approximately 101 acres. Property located on and near Waldron Road and Blair Road. Current zoning is R1 low density zoning district. Proposed is PDR R3 planned density residential with a high density R3 base. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on February 24th, 2026. There was a public hearing held on April 27th and one held earlier today. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
For discussion.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'll open it up for discussion. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Sure. I just wanted to add, if you recall at the first reading of this item, I had requested the developer implement some traffic calming, pedestrian safety measures for Dobson Knob Trail, and in addition, I had requested that we were able to add something about the preservation of the existing mature canopy that is adjacent to the residential properties that are already there. Unfortunately, I was unable to obtain anything in writing to add to this PDR. Because of that, I will not be voting yes for this project today.
Okay. Any other discussion?
Well, I have more discussion, but I want to, is there a reason? I thought we took care of that, so we didn't?
We were not able to get something in writing. That's not to say that the developer has not been willing to continue to work on things, but based on some of the constituents on that particular side of town have concerns about moving forward without getting certain items in writing and fear that the product being delivered to the community is not what the developer says that they're delivering.
I understand. Is there will that be able to come in later on?
I believe so, potentially.
That would be an off-site improvement. So something could come in since it's off-site, and that could be worked through. We also discussed at the budget workshop traffic calming for whenever the Waldron Road detour occurs through the ridge.
Okay.
I do want to clarify one thing with this. The current zoning for several of the parcels that make up this 101 acres is already zoned PDR R3. Again, this is the 20 acres, 20 stations property. It's adding on, I want to say 3 or 4 parcels that are R1 currently, and they're basically making them into the same PDR as the other 70 acres. Giles, I can see you back there. Can you come up here and just speak to that, please? And give your name and address for the record, please.
Sure. Giles Ward. I live at 606 Estes Road in Nashville, and I'm with Equitable Property Company out of Nashville. We're very excited about this development and have enjoyed working with the city to do it. So, yeah, the 77 acres we purchased from the IDB. As we got to know all of the neighbors, there were a couple of parcels that became available in speaking, and we were able to purchase 2 parcels to the south, and we have 1 under contract just to the north of Blair Road that we've added in, and they work very well within the master plan. So it's enabled us to sort of lengthen, stretch out the process and the whole project, and add 2 active adult and 55 plus communities to the master plan, and we wanted to get those into the PDR. And the other reason for bringing it back was in working with the grocery store partner. They had requested some changes to our plan in order to fit into their approval process. So we had to make one major site plan change to sort of move that within the parcel, which was a big enough change to sort of resubmit. So, yeah.
Does anyone have any questions for Giles representing the developer?
No questions, but I still have some discussion.
Okay.
For him.
Thank you, Giles.
Thank you.
One quick question. Glenn, can you go to page 96, I believe it is? It's the one that shows the development, and there you go. Wonderful. And this shows the northern portion is the active adult. That's what's been discussed as the assisted living facility. And then to the south, which is closer to Rock Springs Elementary, is the 55-plus community. Those are the 2 sections that are being added on to the existing PDR, and then, like he said, there's a internal just reconfiguration of the mixed-use area on Waldron for the potential grocer. Vice Mayor?
So the gentleman came up and was talking a little bit during this portion of the public hearing. He brought up Woodland Hills, and the road being widened with 20 stations going on. Why don't we do infrastructure before we do the other stuff? Now, first of all, Woodland Hills will be done way before 20 stations. It won't have nothing to do with that. It will also...
When you say that, are you talking the residential or the road? Or
the
Waldron?
residential.
Okay.
The residential building part will be done way before Waldron Road starts getting widened in your area. Whenever Waldron Road starts, and Kyle, you can correct me, they're going to start at Lake Road or Blair.
It'll be Blair to Rock Springs.
Yeah, they're going to start at Blair and go towards Rock Springs. So the residential building in Woodland Hills will be way done before that gets down there to Woodland Hills. So, but now Waldron Road as a whole, hopefully with the timing being the way it is, hopefully Waldron Road will be done all the way through about the same time that 20 stations will be done. Now there's all kind of things that can happen. But don't make no mistake about it. When they start widening Waldron Road, especially out on that far end, and Miss Hobbs will tell you, traffic's going to be undesirable. That's just part of it. Everybody's been wanting it widened for years, as long as I've been here. Well, now it's fixing to happen, and it's going to be a mess. But Woodland Hills is going to be not even really relevant for the way that's going to go down. So, do we have any projections when they'll be done building Woodland Hills, the residential homes?
I haven't heard anything on the residential as far as when they'll be complete. I'm sure the IDD that you're voting on tonight will have something to do with that time frame. But it's still going to just go with the market of how quick they can sell those homes.
But it's safe to say that it will be done before the construction on Waldron Road gets back down there to them.
I would say they'll be pretty close to having most of the homes, if not all the homes, built by the time the road's completed.
Right. Okay.
So let me chime in real quick, because I live in Summit View subdivision, which is the entrance to that is right across from Silver Birch. So we're right there, neighbors. There's no doubt about it. Waldron Road needs to be widened. It's needed it for years and years. We're finally doing it, but it is going to be a headache for every single person traveling Waldron Road to and from that area while it's going on. And there's no way to get around it. Whenever the portion of Waldron Road between 24 and Murfreesboro Road was widened, it was a headache. We saw businesses close. In fact, we settled some of the lawsuits with that whenever I was coming in as mayor. So that's how long that went on, that whole process dragged on. But it ultimately needs to be done. We just went through and saw Sam Ridley do it and watched everybody get upset with Sam Ridley's widening, but once it's done, it works 10 times better. With all the heavy traffic, with all of the cars and the congestion, getting out is a pain, especially in the mornings, especially if there's a wreck on 24, and then the Waldron Road backs all the way up the hill, sometimes all the way to Blair Road. So it's something that we can't necessarily control. We determined here, this administration determined that when Gwynn Farms coming in, Arbor Ridge coming in, we needed to widen the road. At the same time, we had other developments start developing, such as Mission Hills, which there was no rezoning with Mission Hills. Mission Hills is being built by right. Same thing with Woodland Hills, Phase 8. So we could not deny them and ask them to wait and postpone their developments because they're not under a legal obligation to do that. So we're trying to get this addressed as quickly as possible for a couple of reasons. Number one, convenience. Number two, we've all experienced inflation. Prices keep going up on everything. The longer you kick the can down the road, the more expensive it becomes. So we've allocated the bond money for it. We have done the engineering. We've been getting all of the right-of-way acquired, and in some cases getting a little pushback on that. Alderwoman Hobbs can attest. We both have gotten quite a few calls on that. So we're trying to get this to be as user-friendly as it can be, but at the same time, it's going to be a headache for all of us. And so you've got 2 board members that live over there, so we're going to be experiencing this right there with you, and it's not going to be fun. But it's something that has to be done. Otherwise, we keep pushing it off, making it more expensive, and dealing with more and more congestion and traffic. Does anyone else have anything?
And ma'am, I do want to validate your concern about the school crowding at Rock Springs Elementary. That is, my small kids are zoned for that school, and that is likely to be a problem. The Rutherford County School Board is actively working on trying to come to a resolution to that. But I do want to say, with this current development, that is why the 55-plus communities that they're suggesting for this development is a key part of this growth, to keep it 55-plus community. Therefore, perhaps keeping some younger children from overcrowding their schools if they were to be occupied by young families.
And thank you, you just reminded me. With that, the school board, because we do talk to them, they pull our number of permits, and I talk to the school board members on a regular basis. We actually have one that actually lives on that side of town as well. They have a property under contract. They're finishing up probate so they can close on it at the intersection of Lee and Cook, which is right around the corner off Rock Springs Road, and it is supposed to be a 3-school property from what they've said, so high school, middle school, elementary. They still have to go through the appropriations of getting funding to build the schools, but they do have that. I've personally spoken to the principal at Rock Springs Middle. They aren't overcrowded there, and they still have significant capacity, because I was asking them about opportunities for expanding the school, and like Rock Springs Elementary did, but they said that is not needed with their current numbers. Elementary school numbers from Dr. Sullivan are going down for right now, and I preference it with the right now because year to year they track that, and it can go up and down. But Rock Springs Elementary isn't overcrowded. We don't want it to be overcrowded, and we're hoping that they will get these schools built in concert with all of the growth going on, and they are aware of the large amount of homes that are going in within 3 miles of this area. So they're aware. We do work with them. The mayors of Rutherford County meet with Dr. Sullivan every few months, and then we communicate with our school board members. Anything else? Okay, with that, we have a motion to approve, and we have a second. Alderwoman Hobbs.
No.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. Motion passes. Moving on to the consent agenda, need a motion to approve or deny.
Motion to approve.
A motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Then moving on to new business. First reading, ordinance 2026-08, an ordinance of the City of Laverne, Tennessee, adopting the annual budget and tax rate for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026 through June 30th, 2027. Wyatt, are you walking us through this? Danielle, Bruce?
I think we've talked about this a lot during the last few budget workshops. Obviously, for general fund, the property tax rate will stay the same as it was last year, so no increase there. Several capital items that we're looking to purchase in this budget. A couple of new positions, one for the library, one for the fire department. State Street Aid, we're looking at doing $1.4 million in paving around the city. And then, of course, there's several projects for seniors and capital purchases for the drug fund, the equitable sharing fund, stormwater fund. When it comes to water and sewer, we are raising the rates according to the rate study that was conducted 2 years ago. So that is included in this. But I think it's a good budget. It's been a lot of hard work and hours put into this, and certainly think it'll be a good thing for the city for next year.
Bruce, off the top of your head for residential, what were the increases on water and sewer?
Hang on, let me pull that up. I don't remember right off the top of my head.
I want to say sewer was 1%.
I think it depended on if it was commercial, residential, or...
Yeah, I'm just interested in the residential.
Yeah, I'm thinking residential was 2. Let me see. That's not the right document.
I think that's correct.
Earlier, I can't remember what it was.
For fiscal year 27, the water rate increase for residential is 5%, and for sewer it is 2%.
2%. Okay. And the sewer we send off to Metro.
Correct.
Okay.
Make a motion to approve the first reading of the ordinance.
I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderwoman Haas. Any other discussion? I know we spent several nights here working through this. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Motion passes. First reading ordinance 2026-09. An ordinance to amend chapters 2, 4, 8, 14 of the Laverne zoning ordinance regarding definitions, planning areas, parking and driveways, and administration and procedures. This received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on March 31st, 2026, and we did have a public hearing on this earlier this evening. I make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Coates. Any discussion? Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
And I vote aye. That motion passes. Number 10, first reading ordinance 2026-10. An ordinance to amend Title 12, Chapter 6 of the Laverne Municipal Code regarding the residential code. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Vice Mayor No. I'll second that. Any discussion? Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
And I vote aye. That motion passes. Moving on to number 11. Resolution 2026-13, a resolution of the City of Laverne, Tennessee, establishing the Waldron Road Infrastructure Development District. We did have a public hearing on this earlier this evening. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Coates. Any discussion? Do want to ask, we've got a representative with the group, if they could come up and just explain for people listening at home about the IDD and what it is, who it will impact.
Happy to. Keith Randall with Winstead Lawyers. We're located at 1221 Broadway. The IDD is a financial tool that allows the developer to finance infrastructure which will improve the sewer, the off-site sewer necessary to develop the 337 homes planned on the development. That sewer improvement is about $5.5 million. Without this financing, the project and its success would be severely limited. By partnering with the city, that allows the developer to achieve a lower rate for the money to develop the sewer, which will ultimately benefit not just the facility or not just the development, but also the neighbors and the neighborhood. The point of the IDD is it creates a financial tool that allows the cost of the infrastructure to be borne by the end users of that infrastructure, to be borne by the future homeowners of that infrastructure by assessing those homes at an amount currently around $1,500 a year over 30 years. That assessment amount will not change over those 30 years. It's a fixed amount. It also presents no liability to the city. That assessment is tied specifically to each parcel, and those future homeowners there'll be a full disclosure to make sure that they're ready, willing, and able to pay that additional assessment. Ultimately, we think that this is a good use of this new tool that Tennessee has created over the last year in order to help finance needed infrastructure for that part of town and this development.
Does anyone have any questions for him?
Did that help you understand? Hold on just a second. Can I do this? Ask her if she wants to ask questions?
You already did.
Well, I know, but I want to make sure. I don't want to get scolded by the attorney or something.
Just going to defer to Wyatt on that.
I'm sorry.
There's still some outstanding items that we'll go through.
And that helps me understand that it's going to be the homes in the 377 homes that will incur that fee. I do understand that. It won't be me. I'm more concerned about the environmental studies and things like that. But as long as you're going to fully disclose to the new homeowners that that's something they're going to incur for 30-some years, and I think, yeah, I didn't know this was a new tool. It's quite interesting.
Thank you.
You ought to be up here trying to understand it here.
So,
A simple hearing like this doesn't seem enough for everyone to understand the full gravity of what's going on.
Gary, can you come up here for a moment, please?
Hot seat.
I'm very popular tonight.
Name and address for... No, I'm playing.
Gary Lyde, your city engineer.
So, Gary, with all of our developments, you and the city planner, y'all review them as far as to make sure that they are built in accordance with city codes and state regulations. Is that right?
Correct. And these two particular ones, Mission Hills and Woodland Hills, Section 8, both have their aquatic resource alteration permits, ARAPs. They have their stormwater pollution prevention plans. We do not issue a land disturbance permit, which allows them to start grading until they have all of those things in hand, and we have them in our files. And Ms. Edwards, you can do a request for information on the city's website and just request those items. It'll go to Joshua. He'll send it to me, and we'll gather it up, and you can have access to read it. Anything else?
Any other questions for Gary? Thank you, Gary. Got one more request. David Pierce, can you come up? Name and address for the record.
David Pierce, 1136 Glenwood Avenue, Nashville.
Okay, and you're associated with the Mission Hills development?
Yes.
Okay. There was a question brought up about some owls. Can you work with Meritage to ensure that they are properly addressed in an environmentally friendly way?
Absolutely, absolutely. And there was an environmental study done. Bugs and bunnies, they go out and they basically assess the whole area and establish that. Now, if these are specific areas that are behind your house, that has not been done. Because that'll be done, obviously, once everything is permitted and ready to go, then we'll basically go out and do that. But we would definitely do that.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second on that. Any other discussion?
I just think $1,500 a year is a lot to pass on to a homeowner. a new homeowner at that. That's my input. That's all I got to say.
Well, that's one thing about the market is they're going to be provided all of that up front, and they figure out if that's what they want to do or not. And if it's not a product that's selling, they will quickly have to adjust. Any other comments or questions?
Everything's going up.
Oh, yes. Okay, Alderwoman Hobbs.
No.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. Resolution passes. Resolution 2026-14, a resolution for right-of-way and road acceptance, Lillian Buchanan Drive and Veterans Memorial Parkway, property located as portions of Lillian Buchanan Drive and Veterans Memorial Parkway. This was requested by Haas Musabi, and this received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission on March 31st, 2026. I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderman Coates. Any discussion? Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. That motion passes. Number 13, Resolution 2026-15, a resolution to approve a land acquisition policy for additional real property interests needed for the South Waldron Road widening project. Need a motion to approve or deny?
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Alderman Coates. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Vice Mayor No. Any discussion? Kyle, you promised this is the last one?
It's not the last one.
I tried. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. That motion passes. Number 14, Resolution 2026-16, a resolution of the City of Laverne to adopt revised impact fees to be effective July 1st, 2026. And this is just updating our impact fees with the budget. We are increasing them in accordance with the construction cost index, which is 2.6% roughly.
Motion to approve.
Have a motion to approve from Vice Mayor No. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Alderwoman Hobbs. Any discussion on this? Alderwoman Hobbs.
Aye.
Alderman Coates.
Aye.
Alderwoman Haas.
Aye.
Vice Mayor No.
Aye.
I vote aye. That motion passes. Moving on to Mayor and Alderman comments. Alderwoman Hobbs.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you. Alderman Coates.
No comments this evening, then.
Alderwoman Haas.
Great job, David and crew. Block party, touch a truck was awesome. Again, happy Mother's Day. I think Memorial Day is in here before we have our workshop, so everybody be careful on that long weekend to start the summer. And as David said, the big wave, that's kind of like a city celebration for school being out for the summer. So that's all I've got.
Vice Mayor No.
I hope that we answered some questions tonight. I hope you got a better understanding. Just know that you can always, as Gary said, you can always email, reach out to, you can reach out to, you go on the internet, man, we're like super accessible. You can email, you can ask questions if you're not sure about something, but I hope we answered it. I'm not going to tell David a good job. That'd be about the fourth time tonight. He won't be able to walk out of here. That's it.
Don't want to talk about the truck, the e-waste?
Oh, yeah. Do I want to do that? Yeah. The electronic dumpster. I seen a couple of them come out. I raised $502 for the senior center for the electronic dumpster. So that's a good little event for the seniors and helps them buy food and stuff. So,
how many bins did you have?
This is my
Bins.
Bins, full.
Oh, they filled up a 26-foot box truck and about half of a 14-foot box truck. I've never seen so many TVs, cell phones, computers. They brought TVs in that's older than me.
They had TVs back then?
Sure did.
Was it the combination console stereo TV?
Yes, I never seen nothing like it. It was crazy. I don't know, these people clean out their garages. That's all I got.
Thank you, sir.
It's getting late.
Well, I just want to include in there Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And I do want to encourage everyone, if you did not get an answer to a question tonight, or you still have a question that you didn't ask, we're all sitting up here. Come up here after the meeting. Talk to us. We're all available, whether it's here, by phone, by email, any means. But you've got us here tonight, and you've got us trapped because that's the exit. So definitely come up here and ask if you've got questions or comments of us. With that, I call this meeting adjourned.